finally pen to paper on that contract?
Well, it felt good, man. It felt good to be back with my brothers. It felt good to be back with the team and different things like that. Just a rush of emotions. Can't wait to just start this journey this year, man, to get to the level that we think we can get to. So.
Quinn, did you have any doubts that it would get done before camp?
Oh, no, not at all, man. Just talking to Joe every day, talking to my agent every day, talking to the team every day and different things like that. We was all on the same page from the whole entire thing. Just got to work things out, work negotiation out and different things like that. But it was a smooth transition, smooth. Everything was nice, cool. So, yeah.
What was it like being away for the whole off season, and what did you do to stay in shape?
It was kind of hard, man. Just not the working out part, different things like that, but the part just not being there with your brothers, not being there. Like off season, a big thing to get to know each other off the field and on the field and different things like that. So not being able to be there to work with them and different things like that really hurt me. But training, working out, and different things like that, I definitely took it to a whole new level when it come down to training and working out, because I knew when I got back I wanted to be on my A game, because I know those guys was training their butts off doing OTAs and they're going to be on their A game. So
this was a big offseason for the franchise. What was it like watching that from the outside?
I really wasn't on the outside. I was really involved in everything. I wasn't here, but I really was involved in everything. I talked to everybody every single day, talked to my D-line coach and Coach Saleh every single day and different things like that, and was involved in every single way. So it was super spectacular to see, super spectacular to be a part of a great organization that feel like we're going to the next level on taking this thing to the playoffs, taking this thing to the Super Bowl. So.
What did it mean when a bunch of teammates earlier in the offseason were tweeting extend Q,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like, all your guys supporting you like that? Like, what did that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot, man, just to support. But that's how this team is, man. We all support each other in any event, anything that we have. Just the trust that each other have, and just to see those guys really, I guess, trust me and really say the things that they said and think I deserve what I got and things like that. Just a testimony to the player that I am, the character I got, and the teammate I am. So.
You guys have always had internal high expectations, but I think this is the first time since you've been here where externally that hype is just about as high. Do you embrace having the target on your back?
I feel like me, myself, and like the defense and the team itself really don't pay attention to the external things. If it's positive, negative, the external factors really don't matter, because internal is all we have, all we got. So just focus on each other, focus on getting better every day, focus on pushing each other every single day is probably the main focus. So.
You've been in this building, though, obviously, pre-Aaron Rodgers, and now with him being here. So you got your money, you got paid. From an internal perspective, though, can you just describe how things just feel different with him in the building compared to what you were experiencing when you didn't have that caliber of quarterback in the building?
Bringing a guy like him, man, in the building just excites everybody in general, because the resume he has, the character he is, the guy that he is, it's bring a spark to everybody. Spark to the defense, because we get to go against a Hall of Fame quarterback every single day at practice. Bring a spark to me, because I get to ask him questions, pick his brain about all the great D tackles, all the great D linemen that he's played against that gave him problems and different things like that. And I'm pretty sure it bring a huge spark to the offense, having a guy like that on his team. Get to learn from him, get to develop up under and different things like that. So having a guy like him is amazing. So.
Have you gotten to know him a little bit yet, or no?
No, this is my first day here. So yeah.
Did you
I talked to him. Yeah, I say hi to him today. Yeah. Yeah.
What was the D tackle that he said gave him a problem?
I haven't really talked to him too much like that. This is my first day here.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'll let you
yeah, nah.
When people equate contracts with respect, so was it important for you, being the last one of the group to sign this year, to top the money that Dexter Lawrence and Jeffrey Simmons and Daron Payne got? Was that important to you in your negotiations to be the guy under Aaron Donald as the second highest paid D-tackle?
It wasn't important at all, man. Just the person I am, just the person my agent was. We just really wanted what I deserved when it came down to the facts and the production and different things like that. And thank the Jets organization, Woody and Joe, man. They really, really believe in me. They really see the potential that I can become one of the best D-tackles in the league, and they basically invested in my life, invested in my family to be able to give me the money that they gave me and that I deserve to take this organization to the next level and be a part of when this organization go to the next level. So
Some guys get paid and then take a step back. I don't have the same motivation. Are you aware of that, and why won't that be you?
I'm super aware of it, man. But a guy, one of my coaches, he always told me, man, like money make a person who they already is. So if you're a bad person, you're gonna be a rich bad person. If you're a good person, you're gonna be a rich good person. So I feel like I'm a good person. I feel like I'm a good athlete, and I feel like I do all I can do on the field and off the field. So my main thing is not the money or different things like that, but leaving a legacy and going out there with my brothers each and every day and putting my best foot forward on helping them get better and also them helping me get better every single day. So.
Obviously, you had a big year last year. What do you think is the next step for you? How do you think you can improve even off of what you did last year?
It's a lot of stuff I can improve, and every year I say like the cliche thing, like, oh, I feel like I haven't got to my best yet, but I definitely feel that way, man. It's a lot of things me and my defensive line coach talk about that I can improve. It's a lot of stuff that I want to improve, and a lot of stuff that I do on the field, like certain things that I do on the field that I really want to improve to take my game to that next level, to take my game to 18, 23 weeks instead of just 17 weeks every year. So definitely feel like I haven't scratched the surface on what I can become, what I can do in this career, but definitely on the right path and definitely going in the right direction on what I'm doing.
A lot of your teammates spoke and have spoken about how you showed up to camp last year and practices started and they realized that something's different, like with you. Did you get that sense? Like, was there a point last year during training camp where you realized like this feels a little different, something clicked, something changed that led to the breakout?
I think just learning from my mistakes from the year before was a big thing. So I didn't really feel that way until like the end of the year last year as I sat down and look at the season, how it went. I said, oh man, it's way different than the years before. But like I always say, man, with experience, with great coaching, with great players around you, different things like that, it help you get better every day. And that's all I focused on last year was get better every single day. Last off season, get better every day, eat better every day. Just focus on the little things every day, and the process is going to help the results be the results.
Was there something extra special about the fact that you and your brother got paid this offseason at the same time?
It was pretty cool. It wasn't really nothing special, I guess, but it was pretty cool to see him get paid and see him be here for the next 3 years because the caliber player he is, he had last year was his best year his whole career, and I feel like that year was a testament to all the hard work he has and the things he can do even years before if he just focus and dial in and different things like that. So seeing him get paid, seeing him get what he deserves is an amazing thing. So
how's parenthood treating you? How's parenthood treating you?
It's good, man. It's good.
What have you learned through the process?
Sleep during the day. Yeah, sleep during the day because you're going to be up at night. So that's about a lot, yeah.
When it's been well documented that the organization wasn't in favor of having Hard Knocks, how do you feel about having that type of daily presence and spotlight?
I talked to a lot of guys on the team and different things like that about that before Hard Knocks even was a real thing and stuff like that. And all the things stay the same, man. We all got one goal in life. We all got one goal this year, personal goals and big goals. And Hard Knocks or any other media don't really, I guess, detrain that, derail. Thank you. That's my dog right there. That goals, I guess. So we all focus on getting better every single day. All focus on making it to the playoffs, winning the Super Bowl like every single other team in the NFL focus on. So the main goal is just to get better every single day. Find that 1%, find that 5% on the small things you can do to be the best player you can be on Sunday. So.
What are you going to buy when that first direct deposit lands in your account? that nice new contract.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. I got something I want to buy though, for sure, but it's in my head. It's a little secret for me.
The content could you be driving up in it maybe and just get a video?
Nah, I can't come up here. I can't come up here. Like too many potholes and stuff up here. So yeah.
Have you? Do you know much about Al Woods and how much you're looking forward to getting to know him? He's obviously had a lot of experience.
Yeah, he's a huge player. He's huge, man. Great run stopper, great teammate, great person. I've talked to him a lot through the offseason and stuff like that. A guy with a lot of experience, a guy who played in this game a long time, who can bring wisdom, experience, and play in the different things he do on the field and off the field. We played him at Seattle last year, and he ran out a ton, and I was like, oh, my goodness. So I'm super happy to have him on our defensive line and our defensive line room. So.
Make things easier for you, like when you have someone next to you that big that can deal with it.
With the defensive line room we got, it makes everything easy for me. Our business makes everything easy for our coach too. So like we got all the talent in our room, all them personalities. Everybody want to get better. Everybody want to do the right thing and different stuff like that. So having a great group of guys like that who I know is going to push each other every single day to be the best, I know I'm going to get better by having these great guys with me, and I know they're going to get better in itself. So having a great group of guys like that is phenomenal in general. So.
What was your workout program like when you were away?
It was intense, man. I did similar stuff that they did here, but I know how intense my D-line coach is, man. And I know how intense this defense when it come down to running, hitting, running after the ball, getting out the ball, getting after the quarterback, getting off the ball, and different stuff like that. So it was super intense, man. And we definitely got after it when I wasn't here. So.
You look like you're in great shape.
Yeah.
Are you lower weight than you were last year?
I'm probably the same weight. I wanted to be the same weight I was last year. I'm just because last year was my best year I ever had. So I wanted to be around the same weight. Wanted to get way more conditioned. Wanted to get my diet on way more under control and stuff like that. So.
When you guys were top 5 last year, can you repeat that?
Can you repeat that question?
Top 5
defense?
Last year, can you repeat that?
Oh, that's the goal, man. That's the goal to be the #1 defense in the NFL, man. We got the guys in our room, guys who had phenomenal talent last year, man, who getting better every single day now, who can be way better than they was last year. We got guys who ain't even scratched the surface that was good last year who can be way better. We got guys in our defensive line room, guys in our defensive backcourt and different things like that who just itching and ready to get better, ready to get back on the field to show, I guess, the world and the team and show us that they have got better. They have put in the work this off season and different things like that. So I give you one guy, Jermaine Johnson, a guy who scratched the surface last year and the different things he can do. And now he's bigger, stronger, faster, more smarter when it comes down to the scheme and different things like that. So to see that young guy right there took the initiative this off season to get way better, I for sure know he's going to have a breakout year this year. So just small things like that can help us out to be the #1 defense. And like we always say, defense win championships, so we definitely focus on that. So.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you.
Can you tell things feel or do things feel a little different this year than last year, your first year here?
Well, for me, it feels the same because I was excited. It was my first year last year, but I'm not going to lie, the energy does feel different. I would say like the energy does, just like definitely feels like there's more excitement coming into this year.
Why is that?
It's a good question. I'll just say, we got Aaron Rodgers. And, we got our defense. We got, like, our main guys back. We just signed Q. So, I mean, personally, for me, this is probably the most excited I've been. But I was excited last year because it was my first year here, too. So, yeah.
You played against Aaron Rodgers a number of times?
Yeah, a couple times.
What is that like playing against for you?
Yeah, man, that's the first ballot Hall of Famer. So, just playing against him, you got to be on your P's and Q's because he throws the ball, like, on the dot, especially, like, his deep ball accuracy. Him and Patrick Mahomes, I'll say, have the best deep ball. Like, they throw, like, deep balls on the dot. So, like, you got to really study for that week and just be locked in during the whole week.
You got to train with him a little this offseason, right?
Just a little bit. So, it's crazy because we both live in the same area. And it was kind of a coincidence. Like, we were talking to each other, just kind of like, let's hang out during the break. Life happens, get busy. It didn't happen, and then I seen him on a sand dunes. I'm like, oh snap, that's AR. Him and Solly Thomas was there, so we ended up talking afterwards. We was done with our workout, but yeah, that workout was intense too. Yeah, crazy work.
How's he gonna help you in Sauce?
Oh, he's gonna help us a lot. Like, we already kind of talked about what teams look at when they're preparing for us, what they see that they can exploit or what they think they can exploit. So just talking to him from that perspective was really cool during OTAs. Also, just we're going to get a lot of deep balls in practice. Last year, we didn't really throw the ball deep that much in practice. So this year, the ball was going up in OTAs.
Even despite the fact that the offense wasn't where people would want it to have been last season, and I know you guys haven't had the experience of the regular season this year, but how much do you think just the impact of additional rest will have on the defense with the offense possessing the ball longer, as far as how much better you'll be able to ascend to this season with that additional rest?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's going to be better for our defense. Personally, I think that we're going to be able to generate more turnovers because of it, because, if the offense is doing what they're supposed to be doing, we're going to be up some of the time or most of the time. So that's going to make the offense on the other side be aggressive. Compared to last year, guys were just getting leads, and they were just trying to run the ball, 4-minute offense in a lot of situations, so it was harder to generate turnovers.
Quentin and CJ Mosley said you can have the top defense in the league potentially this year. What are your thoughts on that, and how much better can this unit get?
Yeah, I think we should take another step forward. You know, this is guys' third year in this defense. A lot of guys' second year as well. And I just think the next step is to start anticipating plays and just start to really trust what we believe and generate more turnovers.
You're a pretty active Twitter guy. Did you see the Sauce Gardner, Asante Samuel, Darrell Revis feud, and how come you didn't hop in on it? And I assume you would side with saying that not questioning Sauce's rookie year.
Yeah, man. Like, first of all, I got a lot of respect for Asante. I believe he should be in the Hall of Fame. I think that's what he's trying to do is, you know, talk about himself to get his name relevant to be talked about in the Hall of Fame. He had 51 interceptions, so, I mean, he's missed a pick 6. A lot of respect for him, but I just personally don't think it was right for him to, you know, try to go at guys, especially guys that done it at a high level, like Revis for a lot of years and Sauce, but that's just my opinion. So, yeah, of course I'm with them.
You also tweeted yesterday, which, you know, obviously all the running backs in the NFL are joining in on the running backs that are getting paid. You stepped out of quarterback to do that. Why is that important?
Yeah, I mean, look, I get both sides. From a GM perspective, if you look at, like, the people that won Super Bowls the last 10 years, it's been running backs that were drafted in the late rounds. So their belief is, you know, we're not going to pay a running back for a second contract. We're going to, you know, just use him for his first 4 years, and then we're going to draft another one. I get that side, but also you have to look at the standpoint of a player. It's like, okay, if I'm busting my butt for an organization, I'm taking the most damage. I mean, running backs take a lot of beatings, and they're going in every day, getting their body treated, working towards a second contract. If the GMs and everybody want to go that way, it's going to make guys feel unappreciated and not want to work as hard as they've been working, in my opinion.
EJ, are you a Hard Knocks viewer, and how do you feel about having them in the building?
Yeah, you know, I watch Hard Knocks a couple times. I don't watch it every year, but I've seen like some cool segments about it. I think it's a great opportunity for us, and honestly, like, you know, we don't really be noticing what be going on anyway. It's just probably gonna be more cameras, but like, we're here to play football and get better and get ready for the season.
How do you deal with all the extra scrutiny and the attention that's coming with this team this year?
It's a blessing. Like, I don't look at anything as stress. Like, playing football, this is my stress reliever. So all the outside noise and external voices, it is what it is. Like, I'm not really tripping about it.
Talk about the energy and the excitement and all that. What is your expectation for this team this season?
Yeah, I just want us to be, you know, the best version of ourselves. Like, and that's just a one-on-one evaluation of yourself every day, coming to the building, being deliberate, like at practice, during walkthroughs, and then obviously that will translate to the game. My expectation is Super Bowl. That's just me. Last year, that was my expectation too. That's what I played for, is to win a Super Bowl.
You know, that wasn't the first time that someone tried to undermine Sauce's accomplishments from last year. I know you got into another twist match with another player. Have you two spoken about how you can take your game to the next level, and there is just no discussion about who the best duo is or even what you guys are producing on the field?
Yeah, man. I told Sauce yesterday, like, you know, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So, I mean, like, clearly people are mad about what he did, but you can't deny being a first-team All-Pro. You can't deny having the most PBUs in the league. You can't deny having the lowest pass rate in the league. So people can say what they want, but it really doesn't matter because he put it on tape last year. And for this year, we have one thing I like about Sauce and myself, like, we have a humility about ourselves, and we know that last year is last year, and we're focused on this year. And to get to where we want to be, we're going to have to be better than we were last year.
You know Al Woods and Quentin Jefferson pretty well from Seattle, and how cool is it to get a couple of your old teammates here?
Yeah, I know Al Woods because I played with him. I didn't play with Quint, but he seems like a cool dude. Al is super funny, cool dude, big guy. You just see him walking around, I'd be laughing like, yeah, you're a Jet now. But like, it's been pretty cool seeing him.
Beyond just technique, how much do you also just focus on being faster, and then beyond faster, like with doing football drills, like just even from a track perspective?
Oh, it's very important. Honestly, during my off-season training, like for training camp, I really focus on like what you just said, like speed work. I already know how to play football as far as like read stepping. I still work on my techniques and stuff, but I run with sleds. I do like a lot of explosive work in the weight room and on the track and on the field. You know, I got to get ready for guys like Tyreek Hill, Waddle. You know, I'm playing some fast guys, so I got to make sure my speed is up to par.
Are you faster this year, you think?
That's a good question.
Yourself? Am I
That's a good question. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm faster this year. I have no idea, but I'm in pretty good shape, though. Yeah.
How excited were you for Quinnen on his extension, and can you talk about his importance to this team?
Oh, good question. I was very excited. He's just a humble dude. Like, I congratulated him. And, he texted me and said, I wouldn't be in this situation if you were here. And I thought that was just something very humble to say. And I was like, nah, bro, you've been that guy. You're drafted, I think, number 3. And I was just telling him, like, I really enjoy, playing with you. And, one thing that stood out that he said to me was pretty much like, he was pretty much saying, like, I'm hungry. Like, I want to, go back to the Pro Bowl. I want to be an All-Pro. I don't want to just get paid and, like, just kind of fall off. He was like I really want to be the greatest at what I'm doing. And, like, when he said that, that's the guy you want to pay, you know what I mean? So it was really good to see him get paid.
You guys have a competition or anything on the line to see who's going to be the first to pick off the new quarterback?
No, we don't got no competition, but we definitely going to try to pick him off in training camp. Definitely.
DJ, you know Robert Salah very well. You've worked with him at a couple different places. Why do you think he doesn't want to do Hard Knocks?
I just feel like, probably just because it's more cameras and, some people may see it as a distraction, but for myself, I just see it as opportunity just because, I think it's on like HBO. I think that's pretty cool, but, I feel like if guys just focus on their craft and not not pay attention to the external, I think we'll be fine.
Very good. Thank you very much.
DJ, how tuned in were you to Quinnen's negotiations? Like, is it going to get done? Is it? And then how happy were you when it did?
Well, I really didn't have any doubt that it wasn't going to get done, but obviously I'm very, very happy for it and excited for him. Joe D said a while ago that Quinnen was untouchable, so ever since he said that, I always believed it. So anytime I see him, I call him untouchable. So I'm excited for him, and now we got that out the way, we can focus on football.
How different does this start of training camp feel than past years when you've been here?
Well, you can start with all the cameras that's around to start off the first day. Obviously, we have a big name and Aaron Rodgers here. So his first day here, you can kind of feel a lot of screws and bolts kind of tighten up, and that's to come as expected with the name and the weight that he carries. And just anticipation coming into this off season, into this camp. So everybody's excited from top to bottom, coaches, players. And you can talk to anybody in the building. Everybody's going to have the same mindset and excitement. So I feel like we did a really good job this off season doing our OTAs and getting ready for this moment. So now it's time to go to work and put it together.
This is not a team that's had a lot of success in recent years, and you haven't been in that type of spotlight. So how do you think this team is going to react to all this extra scrutiny and all the glare of the spotlight?
I feel we got to really keep our message the same, ignore the outside noise, because, more so than any time now, it's easy to get distracted. So if we let things be a distraction, it's going to become a distraction. So we just got to focus on what we can control, and that's how we come to work every day, our mindset every day, taking care of our bodies, just trying to get better, and going out there, practice and doing the best that we can.
I know you guys all seem pretty hyped about the roster you've put together. What are you going to be looking for in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to make sure that the mental part is there?
Yeah, that's the main thing. The mental part of it, learning the game, just coming together each day. Focuses on one thing that we can get better at, and like I just said, just control what we can control. There's going to be anticipation on the outside. There's going to be things that people say that what we can do, what we can't do, what people expect from us. But like I said, the only thing that we can control is what we do in this building. And if we just keep taking each step every day, going the right way, then I feel that we're going to be in the right position later on during the season.
What is your anticipation, your expectation for this?
I'm really just excited, more so on my side, on the defensive side, just to get back out on the field, get back in the classroom, just get to see all the guys, just being around media and doing all the football stuff. I haven't seen everybody yet, so that's really what I'm just excited for, just to be with all my teammates and coaches again, and just be able to share the laughs and moments and get ready for a fun season.
You say ignoring the outside noise, but can you understand why there's so much excitement and why there's so much optimism about this team?
Yeah, we're the New York Jets. That's why. So you can take it any way you want it. People when people hear New York Jets, they either gonna think losses, or now when they hear New York Jets, they're gonna think automatic Super Bowl. But we can't think that way. We just got to stay focused. We got to stay grounded, and take this camp one day at a time, because each day is going to bring a new challenge for us, and each day each person has to be able to accept that challenge and be able to take it on.
Quentin earlier spoke and said Jermaine Johnson was a player that could potentially break out going into this season. Is there a player that you've seen? Is it Jermaine, but any other particular player that you feel is primed to break out this year?
I would say I would stick to my room. I'm excited for what Jamin Sherwood is going to be bringing this year. It's, as a young linebacker, it can be a lot to go from one position and learn a different position. And he's been at Mike, Will, and Sam since he's been here. So he's one of the smartest players on our defense and on his team. He's a hard worker, one of the hardest workers in the weight room and in the classroom. So I really feel like he has a great chance this camp to really show what he's about, and I want to make sure that I'm also doing a great job of just kind of keeping him level-headed, because he can ask a lot of questions and kind of think a little too much, but he's a playmaker at the end of the day, and if you take that away from him, then you can kind of get lost when you're trying to make plays. So for me, I just want to make sure that I take care of my room first and just make sure that we're always doing our job and making sure our players on defense are in the right position.
What's the next step for Quincy in this defense, and how excited were you that he re-signed here actually before free agency opened up? I'm
very, very excited for Quincy. He's another young linebacker. Obviously, everybody knows the speed and the power that he has, but this offseason, he took 3 steps when it comes to being on the field, asking questions, understanding the defense, and I think that's the most important thing, especially for our linebacker group, understanding what offense are trying to do to us. Obviously, with our offense and with Aaron, he just helped us just grow even more, understanding how we're going to get attacked and different ways we're showing and tipping what we're trying to do, and how we can really come together as a unit and try to avoid some of those situations and get rid of those in camp, and so we can be on point and on target when the season comes.
TJ, with everything along those lines, you're the kind of the signal caller on defense. What do you anticipate these training camp battles kind of being like with you and Aaron, and trying to make each other better, but also trying to win the day?
Well, if we count the offseason so far, he's got me 2 or 3 times on no look, and I've got him once. So right now he's ahead. So I've been excited for that. So that's just, like I said, that's just another way that I'm getting better at my game, is looking at him and reading off him and seeing the things that he see. Being in 2-minute situations and situations that we went through this offseason in practice. He's coming to me saying like, hey, when I'm looking at this, when you're standing here, or if you're a little deep right here, I know I got this. So just little things like that is just helping me get better.
Played against him, but what do you see now up close in person and gives you more appreciation from Aaron standing?
Well, obviously when you're going against an opponent, you can only go off their practice. I mean, you can only go off what you see on from games or from past games in the past. I know we had training camp with them. So we saw him a little bit, but not as much. But just being around him every day, going against him every day, doing the drills, you just see just how much attention to detail that he has, how much control of the offense that he has, how much respect that he has from his peers. So, I respect that a lot. And obviously he's played in a lot of big games and played in this league for a long time. So just the longevity that he has and just the NFL knowledge, just really some things you just can't coach, and that's some of the stuff that he has.
Obviously you guys went through an up and down season last year. What do you think, heading into everything that you're going to face this year, the young guys on his team can learn from last year's experience?
I would say take everything in stride. We didn't start off too great. We had a crazy roller coaster win up in Cleveland. I was full of emotions after that game, because for a second I was like, there's no way we're coming back, and we did. And that gave me a lot of hope, and it helped me kind of come to my senses and believe that, hey, we can pull this off in a tough environment like this. We really got a chance. And you kind of saw things clicking for us as a unit, and it kind of fell off towards the end. So you take that in perspective, and just coming into now, we have a lot of new additions, a lot of new things around the building. We just got to take it one step at a time. It's easy to start looking ahead once things are going good. It's easy to start shutting down once things are going bad. So this year we really just got to make sure we just stay focused on our task every single week, on what the coaches ask for us, and what each player requires from each other, and just try to make sure we stay on top of each other.
When in update the ante and said you guys could be the #1 defense in the NFL. Do you see that as a realistic for this team?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we put in the work, so no, why not go for it? Go for the best. Why not try to be the best?
Very good. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
So how you feeling going into training camp?
Yeah, me personally, I'm feeling great. I mean, had like all off season to rehab and get right, and get back to full strength. I feel like that's where I'm at right now. So yeah, overall, I feel great. I'm excited to get back to work with the guys.
Do you anticipate being limited at all to start?
No, I don't anticipate any of that. Because you never know what happens in training camp. You know, football in general, as we've seen that before. So you know, my plan is go day by day and stay as healthy as possible.
Are you planning, as far as position-wise, to kind of stick left guard and just kind of stay there? Because last year, I mean, you did well kind of bouncing around and it kind of became a joke with us, like you could play center. You know?
Yeah, I don't know about center, but yeah, my goal is to, my plan is to stick at right guard for camp and majority of the season.
How frustrating was that injury at that time last year? Because it seemed like you were having like a great breakout, put yourself in the conversation of best guards, tackles, offensive linemen kind of year.
Yeah, it was definitely it was tough, man. Like physically and mentally. Like you said, I feel like I was having a good season. Helping out the team in any way I could. And then when you go down with an injury like that, so random, it can happen to anybody at any point. But at the end of the day, it's injuries, man. It comes with the game of football. So during the offseason, I kind of took on that mindset, just been like, it is what it is. All I can do is come back stronger and get back to it. So that's what we're here now, and I'm excited to get to it.
What's the overall feeling of the team coming into this year? I'm sure there's a lot of excitement, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of excitement coming in. I feel like everybody in the facility, knows what type of team we have and know what we could do with our roster. So now it's time to come out here, and prove that to ourselves, not to anybody else, but to ourselves. And overall, it's just good vibes in the facility today. Everybody's smiling, laughing, talking with each other, chopping it up. And I could tell like we're eager to get on the field and get to it.
But what does that mean? You guys know what you can do as a team. What does that mean?
It means that we know we have a good roster, we have a good team, and that we should get a lot of wins this year.
Elijah, can you sense the excitement outside the building? And does it feel a little different than your first few years here?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see on the practice field, we got double-decker stands now and everything. We got shade for the fans, all that. So yeah, it definitely is a different vibe outside the facility as well. But we never focus on that, to be honest. It's always a whole lot of noise, no matter where you play at. But yeah, like I said, we just focus on what we're doing right now.
The offensive line last year, you guys had a lot of bad luck. I think something like 6 or 7 of you went on injured reserve at various points. Like, what was it like just living in that and seeing guys go down constantly the way you guys did?
Yeah, man, that was tough. That was a tough thing to go through. I feel like for any position group, no matter what it is. But I feel like our O-line handled it really well for the circumstances. Like you said, we had a lot of guys get hurt on and off, during the season. But like I said, they handled it well. They all, merged together and handled business when it came down to it, given the circumstances. And I feel like that kind of helped us build our, connection or whatever with each other into this new season coming up. Given that everybody stays healthy, we should have a pretty successful O-line.
What have been your first impressions of the new quarterback?
That's the guy, man. The homie for real, good dude. Obviously knows what he's doing out there. And, great guy on and off the field, from what I could tell. And, I'm excited to get to know him more throughout this camp, throughout the season as well.
How much different is this system, Elijah, with you guys on the line with the new line coach, new offensive coordinator? How much are things changing from last year?
Yeah, not too much is different. I can tell you one thing we focus on in the O-line room is, give 110% effort every play, finish, play with violence and toughness. And, that's really what it is, to play offensive line. So not much has changed scheme-wise or mindset-wise, really. I think this year it's just like, with this roster that we have, we're like, all right, we could always turn it up a little bit more. So, let's really try and do that this year.
You and Brees went down at the same time. Although different injuries, was it helpful to go through some of the rehab with him and push each other?
Yeah, no, I would say it definitely was. It probably helped both of us not being alone in the training room this offseason. So, coming in, seeing Brees, every day, kind of made me want to work better. And I think it made him work more. I think it made him want to work more too. Because we're both in the same boat. We're trying to bounce back, have a bounce back year. So why not do it together, So good vibes.
Obviously, a lot of ups and downs last year as a team. I know you weren't on the field the whole time for it, but what do you think you guys learned, especially the young guys, from the way last year went?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think what we learned was just you gotta deal with the cards you're dealt with. You know what I'm saying? So last year, unfortunately, we had some injuries. I went down, Brees went down, season-ending injuries, and some other things happened as well. So I feel like all we could do from last year is kind of learn from that and move forward, and just deal with whatever we're dealing with. And at the end of the day, it's football. Things are gonna happen. But I feel like this year we got a lot of high hopes, and like I said, it's always good vibes in the facility right now.
Do you see any difference, other than physically, on the field or attitude-wise with Mekhi?
Mekhi, I was just chopping it up right now, actually. His vibes are high. He's really excited to get back. I know that. The whole team knows that. Physically, y'all seeing it all over social media. He looks like a beast, better than ever. So I know he's excited to come out and, prove everything to himself, that he still got it.
And then how do you feel about what I assume will be a center position battle, right, between Tippmann and McGovern? Like, center's a big part of the offensive line.
Yeah,
like, when you're rotating different guys in camp, how does that work? And you trying to figure out who you're playing next to day to day?
Yeah. Yeah, that's they're both really good players. Gov, a veteran in the league. Tippmann coming from a great system in Wisconsin. So, like I said, they're great. Both great players and great guys. But yeah, it's going to be a battle. That's what comes with playing team sports. You got to fight for a position. So it's going to be a good battle between those two. I know Gov will help Tippmann as much as he can, and Tippmann, will take all of his advice and learn from it. And hopefully they can learn from each other. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for them, and see what happens.
What was it like seeing Dwayne battle the way he did last year, and then
still,
he's accomplished a lot in his career. He still wants to
come
back and play with you guys.
That's a guy. I was going to 15th to 16th year in the league. So last year, he already got the Pro Bowls. He already got all those playoff runs over in Seattle, Houston, wherever he was. But yeah, that's a guy. He showed a lot of heart. He showed he's a very selfless player for what he did last year, and I know he's excited to be back this year. Hopefully we can make a run with the whole team.
Elijah, what was your reaction to the extension for Quinnen?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm always happy when I see guys get paid in the league. It's a business. So I feel like when you see a guy get paid like that, you can be nothing but happy. Happy for him, happy for his family. He's a great player too, so why not pay him?
As a guy who's battled against him in camps, practice, and watching him on the field, what makes him so special, and what is his potential?
Yeah, well, I feel like last camp, we were talking Quinnen's on a different level this year, and we could just tell he was really dialed in last camp. He's always dialed in, but it just felt like he was more stronger, more explosive last year, and I can only assume that he's gotten better from last year as well. So we're excited to see what he does, and we have a good D-line to go up against during camp, so it's going to be good for the offensive line too to get that work in, against one of the better D-lines in the league. So yeah.
Elijah, have you been a regular Hard Knocks viewer over the years, and what are your thoughts on having the cameras in the building?
Yeah, I like Hard Knocks. I used to watch it growing up, not so much now. But in the facility, it's almost like we don't even see the cameras really. They just there, they doing their thing, and we're gonna be doing ours. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Elijah, you mentioned that there are a lot of good vibes around this team right now. Is there any fear that
with outside expectations with the new quarterback, that's going to affect anything carrying over from last year?
Yeah, I wouldn't say so. I mean, we in New York, one of the biggest media markets in the world. So by now, you know, I'm used to it. The team used to it. We all know what the outside noise is like. So I feel like when you come to a place like here, you just gotta learn to ignore it, you know, when you can, and embrace it when you can as well. And I feel like the guys we have in the facility are good at doing that. So yeah, the outside noise, that doesn't really distract us at all. Like I said, we're just here to have fun and do our thing.
How do you think Aaron Rodgers will handle the outside noise?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's the guy that embraces it. You know, I feel like he's a guy that kind of likes it, and then doesn't at times. You know, that's just kind of how everybody is. I mean, he's a vet, man. He's been in the league for 18 years now. He's about to go in his 19th year, so he know how to handle all that. But yeah.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Appreciate y'all.